Starseed reading for this time. So I usually like to use the Starseed Oracle. It's my favorite one for these. And the Starseed Oracle guidebook has several really great different spreads in it. So we'll do one of the spreads in the Oracle book. Okay, so let us try what your soul wants you to know and the action your soul is guiding you to take. So it's kind of like a knowledge is the first card and action is the second card. So let's take a look. So knowledge and action. Okay, so let's shuffle these cards a few times and put some Reiki energy into the deck. So I'm really excited because I have started doing remote Reiki healing and it's going really well and I'm really enjoying it. And I think I've been trying to decide what's my thing and I think that's my thing. I love it and I love being able to help people in a way that it doesn't hurt me. It helps me as well. So that's a really cool thing. Okay, so let's take a look um, here at the deck. Okay. All right. So the card for what we need to like think about or know the knowledge is this one, which is I should have looked up how to pronounce this word Hiraeth, 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 and it means longing for home, homesick for the stars. So I think of this as the homesick card. So the thing that the starseed, helpers want us to think about and know about our ancestors and the people from the stars. They're asking us to think about this concept of feeling homesick. And then the second card is baby steps, action. Well, it's interesting because it's the action card and it is the action card. Follow your intuition before it makes sense. So sometimes we have to take action. We can feel in our bones, in our gut, in our inner being that it's time to take action and to move forward. And that is what this card is talking about. Action. Follow your intuition before it makes sense. It's really cool. It's like they've walked all the way up the hill to this place. They can walk through this gate. And I don't really know what's on the other side. It kind of reminds me of the fool on the edge of the cliff, ready to jump off. From our perspective, there's nothing there, but they might be able to see there's like a whole bridge, going across. Let's read the first one. Hiraeth. Hiraeth. I will look up the pronunciation of that name for the future because I get that card a lot. Okay. Hiraeth is a Welsh word that's difficult to translate, but it refers to a longing or homesickness. Oh, that's really cool because I have a tarot deck that I especially enjoy, and it has, kind of a Welsh, the Llewellyn deck. And actually, right now, it's not even in here because I'm using it reading each one of the cards with my kids to kind of learn about the character that's in the card. So, and so it is and the Welsh words are very unusual to pronounce. This unexplainable, unshakable longing for home is common in starseeds and old souls. Perhaps you've had it since birth. For some, it's a distant memory of a planet, galaxy, or star system in the universe that their soul remembers and yearns to return to. A place they have experienced more than Earth. For others, it's a longing for the unity of the source, a remembering of the interconnected oneness. This yearning can lead starseeds to travel, searching all corners of the planet to find a physical place that feels more like home. For others, it can manifest as a need to find home in people, communities, and relationships, a journey to find something they truly belong. Oh, that's really cool. You know, because my boyfriend, he has traveled the world, traveled so many places, and I think a lot of it, he's been looking for a home, and that's a lot of times what starseeds do. If you resonate with this yearning for home, but don't really know where home is, you're being invited to remember that your soul chose to be on Earth. You're being called to fully commit to embodying your life. You're being reassured that you didn't come here alone and that your soul consciously decided to experience what it's like to be a soul in a human body on this planet at this time. You're being called to anchor all of your presence, your personality, your soul, your spirit, and the here and now, to fully commit to living this life right now, to commit to putting 2 feet completely in. So, how can you commit more fully to your life? So, this card, the thing that they're wanting you to know is that, when you have had this feeling of not knowing where home is, or moving around trying to find home, that is natural for starseeds. And so the best way to ground and to find your home is to remember that you chose to be here on earth this time. And in choosing to be here on this time, you can fully commit to this life. And so you can do that. Okay, so the second card, baby steps. Okay, all right. You're being called to take grounded action in response to your soul's calling, to start where you are and begin building in a consistent way. And I think that is so true. And one of the things that I really came to a little while ago was, even though I keep wondering, what should I do? Where should I go? What direction should I head? In a lot of ways, know that you are actually already on the path, and that this experience of trying to decide exactly what you're to do is just part of being on that path. Okay, so many people stop themselves from living a soul-led life because they're waiting to know the destination before taking the first step. So in this card, you can't really see where the destination is through that corridor. Our soul is always calling us every moment of every day. The way to find yourself living in harmony with the cosmos is to listen to your soul's baby calls and whispers each and every day, and to take grounded action in the direction of those calls and whispers. So, when you are being drawn to do something, do it. And when you are being feeling a little bit procrastination, not like severe procrastination, but just a little bit, it's okay to do that too, because it may not be quite the right time to do it. So listen to your heart. Um, Bite sized, to put one foot in front of the other, to do one thing every day, to break things down into achievable tasks. Time on Earth goes slower than on other planets. This may cause frustration for star seeds, who can expect a faster pace of manifestation and thus give up before the seeds begin to sprout. So you have planted some seeds and you need to let them sprout. To remember that you don't need to have it all figured out or know exactly where the path is leading you. You don't have to know every single step along the way before you set out on your journey. You just need to take the next step. So, what's one simple baby step you can take in the direction of your soul's calling? So, each time you're called to do something, do it, because that's that little voice, that little step that you're being called to. So that is the action. So you're being called to be more grounded and centered here on the earth and finding home here in the earth. And the second step is to take those little steps to know that you're on the path. And each day you're being called to take a little step. You don't need to know what the end of the journey looks like. So many times, um, we're told, you have to have this perfect vision of the future, but it really has more to do with having that vision of happiness and joy and excitement rather than exactly what the future is going to look like. And so to understand, to know the feelings of the future is more important than to know what every detail of the destination is. Because then what would be the point? We would have nothing exciting to look forward to. Okay, so let's take a look at some tarot cards. Learn a little bit more about homesick for the stars. Okay. Put some Reiki energy in the deck. Okay. So death, 10 of Cups, and Six of Pentacles. That's a really nice combination of cards and of energies. So when we're looking at the first part, which is for the star seed message, the thing that you're needing to know, and the thing that you need to know about is that you'll have a feeling to have this homesickness in your life. So the cards that go with that are um, Death, 10 of Cups, and the Six of Pentacles. And so what we're looking at there is the dark part has to do with things that are there that need to be swept away. So maybe your tendency to always move and to never settle down is something that you're going to have to push aside in order to have what you really want. So if this is the thing that you're really wanting, is this 10 of Cups, this kind of ultimate happiness, and moving into the Six of Pentacles, which is that kind of like a today I'm thinking of like a balanced giving and receiving. And so you have the giving and receiving balance in your life, and having that ultimate happiness in your life. In order to get there, there's some things that are going to have to be washed away. So for a lot of you watching this, it has to do with this homesickness, that this real feeling of I'm not quite in the right place. I don't know where I should be. You have to let go of that feeling Allow yourself to be happy with where you're at right now. And then the second half, the baby steps. So the action, taking one little action at a time. So let's take a look at the tarot again for that. Okay, so the baby steps that we take. What are some of the directions we're being pointed towards? Okay. Temperance, Queen of Pentacles, and the Six of Wands. So this is really cool to have both the Ten of Cups and the Six of Wands in the same reading. So both of those have really an energy of like victory, happiness, being in the right place at the right time. So, washing away the old to make room for the new is going to help you move into this balanced, happiness. And then the temperance is kind of like the ultimate, patience type of energy. And so, and Sagittarius. So some of the baby steps, um, see, again, it has that feeling of, you see how you're looking down this trail, you're going to the sun, you don't really know the whole journey. And so for some of you, it'll be like a little step into some water, into your emotions, understanding your emotions a little better. And for some of you, it'll be following your guides to, more abundance, being a stronger leader, maybe taking action at this time in some way in your life, and really knowing that you are confident in your victory. And so realizing that each day, as you do one thing that day, you can count it as a victory, as a tick. So you can like use a journal, and every day write, the one thing that you did that you feel like you were really following your heart and your intuition when you did that. And so that would be a great way to celebrate those little victories. So write down a little victory every day where you feel like I followed my heart and I did what it was asking me to do. Okay, so that's the reading for today for the um, star seed. So the thing that they want you to know is that maybe some of the uneasy feelings in your life are because you're feeling a little homesick. But it's okay. Right now, we've chosen to be on the earth, and this is where we're at. And the second one, every day take one step, one little action toward progress. And you won't know, it's not results driven, it's progress driven. And it's just, doing something every day toward that goal. So let's take a look at some oracle card. One of the cards. Sorry, my children are making noise in the background. Mostly being quiet. Okay. Okay, so the card here is release. I feel like I need to read this one. It's such Such an unusual picture. Let me see what she says. MJ Cullinane did these crow energy release. It's not one of the ones that I've run into before. R. When the time comes, um, when you cannot grieve anymore, it's time to let go. This card may come to you when you need help moving forward or accepting an ending. It is time to move on, rise up, and release yourself from the past. So, the overall energy of this card is releasing from the past. It may have, for some people, it has to do with the loss of a loved one and finding the courage and the strength to move on. And I could also see, with this higher concept of, longing and loss, having to let go of that feeling that death card is asking you to, release and let go of that feeling of loss and find your future. And then let's take a look at a card from the Whispers of Love. Be authentic. So there again, even in your life, um, as you are trying to figure things out, you're taking one step at a day at a time. Um, don't forget to be authentic in that. And that's a really important aspect, to be who you really are and to help other people be their authentic selves. Okay, well, thank you for coming to the Starseed update for the week. And it was great to have you guys here at the channel. And I will look forward to seeing you again. Take care.